Over the last few days, it feels like humanoid robotics split into two completely different timelines. On one side, China is dropping breakthroughs so fast it almost looks unreal. Robots working inside real homes, factories, and warehouses with movements smoother than anything we've seen. On the other side, Russia tried to unveil its first AI-powered humanoid, and the robot collapsed on stage in front of the entire country. And just when things couldn't get crazier, a full-blown feud exploded online between the CEOs of Figure and Agility Robotics. This might be the most chaotic week humanoid robotics has ever had. Let's break it all down. Everything kicked off with Mindon and its Unite G1 humanoid. The robot has been known as a strong platform on paper, 23 degrees of freedom, depth cameras, 3D LiDAR, and a control system meant for dynamic movement. But the new demo changed everything. Instead of rehearsed, cut every 5 seconds motion loops that robotics companies love to show, Mindon dropped the G1 into what looked like a fully functional home and simply let the robot work. You watch it walk up to a window, align both hands, and open the curtains with a fluid motion that doesn't feel robotic at all. Then it waters plants while adjusting grip pressure so the leaves don't get crushed. It moves packages, navigates furniture, stays balanced, and performs office-like tasks with shockingly smooth transitions. And the textile demonstration? That part stunned everyone. Humanoids historically struggle with soft materials, but the G1 pulls sheets off a bed, shakes them out, and lays them flat as if it's following a natural routine. What really stands out is the safety layer. Even while interacting with kids in the demo, the robot stays predictable and controlled, no sudden torque spikes, no jerky motion. Mindon hasn't released a full breakdown of their training pipeline, but from the behavior, it's clear they focused on environmental generalization rather than memorizing isolated tricks. Sure, the demo doesn't answer battery life, long-term reliability, maintenance costs, or actual pricing, questions that decide whether robots ever enter real homes. But what it does show is a direction where robots finally start acting like they belong in human spaces. While Mindon was going viral, Unitree dropped a completely different kind of announcement, the G1D, a wheeled humanoid designed for non-stop industrial work. There are two versions, a standard standing model, a flagship wheeled version using differential drive. The wheeled unit hits 1.5 meters per second, fast enough to actually keep up with real logistics workflows. The models range from 49.5 to 66 inches in height and weigh up to 80 kilograms. The arms offer 7 degrees of freedom and can lift about 3 kilograms, while the waist delivers an impressive vertical range that lets the robot reach nearly 2 meters high. Vision is a huge part of this design. High-definition binocular camera, 2 additional cameras on the wrists. This lets the robot inspect objects from multiple angles and maintain accuracy during repetitive tasks. Actuators are swappable, 2-finger, 3-finger, or full dexterous hands depending on the job. And the flagship model comes with an NVIDIA NX module delivering around 100 TOPS of onboard compute. Battery life: up to 6 hours, enough for full warehouse cycles. Unitree also rolled out a full software ecosystem, data collection, annotation, simulation, training, deployment, basically a complete pipeline for companies that want robots and the AI engines behind them. And then, Russia attempted to enter the humanoid race. Their new AI-powered robot, AI-Idol, made its debut in Moscow on November 10th. It walked, or tried to walk, onto the stage to the Rocky soundtrack, and then immediately fell face first, leaving pieces scattered on the floor. Staff rushed to hide it behind a screen as the video went viral across social media and Russian tech forums. Developers said calibration issues were to blame and insisted the robot is still in testing. Specs include 48-volt battery, up to 6 hours. 19 servo motors, silicone skin with emotional expressions, 77% Russian-made parts, targeting 93% soon. But after that dramatic fall, critics questioned why they unveiled something clearly unfinished at a public event. Meanwhile, China wasn't slowing down. UBTech confirmed that hundreds of their Walker S2 humanoids have already shipped to real industrial locations, a huge milestone for the entire industry. Production ramped in mid-November, and orders this year alone reached about $113 million. Major deals include $35.3 million with a major Chinese firm, $22.45 million in Sichuan, $17.8 million in Guangxi, $14.1 million with Miato. UB expects to deliver around 500 robots by the end of December. Automakers are leading the adoption: BYD, Geely, Volkswagen, Foxconn, Dongfeng, and more. One standout feature is the battery swap system. The robot can remove and replace its own battery in minutes, no human needed. That instantly eliminates downtime, which is one of the biggest barriers to industrial robot adoption. Financials reflect momentum. UB made $87.7 million in the first half of 2025, up 27.5%. Gross profit rose, losses shrank, and the stock jumped over 150% this year. Just as China celebrated its success, drama exploded online. Figures CEO Brett Adcock questioned a video showing UBTech's mass robot rollout, hinting that some of the robots looked fake. This reopened a long-running debate: are robotics companies showing real capabilities or carefully staged demos? Things escalated when Agility Robotics mocked Adcock's claim that a figure robot worked at BMW for 5 months straight. Adcock fired back, predicting Agility would be bankrupt within a year. The argument spread across X, with executives from other robotics teams stepping in to calm things down. Agility replied with memes and a message saying they'd check back next November. Adcock finished with a Sopranos meme: next time you come in, you come heavy or not at all. It was chaotic, but it showed one thing clearly: the competition for general-purpose humanoids is getting brutally intense. And that's the week that split the robotics world into two timelines, one racing ahead with real deployments, the other struggling to stand up on stage. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit subscribe and like if you want more breakdowns just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.